My name is SHAYNE Cureton. I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, but currently live in New York. I got into modeling because I didn't want to risk regretting not doing it back, when at a young age or starting at a young age. I basically told my mom once I turned 18, I either want a modeling agency or I'm going to go get tattoos for track and field. I ran track in college. I do like tattoos. I have one on my lip because that's the only place I can get them. But yeah, I didn't want to regret not doing it. What I like to do when I'm not modeling, I like to hang out with friends. I like to go do activities. So, whether it's from working out or in the summer, go to the park. Winter for me is actually kind of, I try to stay in the house. Don't like the cold at all. But activities, getting up, getting out, doing something. What excites me, I would have to say, is progression with my career. Reaching that next, pinnacle. Progressing is just one of the best feelings I think in the world. What is essential for success? I would have to say staying humble, staying hungry, not letting certain things affect you to the point to where you lose focus, whether it's coming out to New York in the nightlife or the beach in California, let's say, having those distractions, making sure you're staying focused, staying hungry, and wanting that next big job or that next big promotion or, whatever the case may be. Some of the work that I've done things from Aeropostale, the young, when I shave, look a bit younger, to recently Macy's commercial is my biggest achievement so far, which I'm pretty excited about that. Keep that ball rolling. Abercrombie, Sperry, Skechers, Champs. I got to work with Bruce Weber a few times, which was amazing. Got to work with Gigi Hadid. That was a wonderful experience. Really getting to try both sides of the market, from more high fashion to commercial, to kind of become a bit more well-rounded. My ethnic mix is Black, white, and Native American. I always have to say I'm only a 16th Native American, but I have to say it because there are certain features that kind of stand out to people, and they always like, well, are you Asian? Are you, it's the eyes mainly. So yeah, I always have to throw that in there. This time 2 years ago, I did not know that I would be living in New York, that I would have already shot a Macy's commercial after being here for about 1.25 years, which was, surprising to me. It was, great experience. But yeah, the living in New York, that's definitely, it being such a huge change, moving from Indiana full-time in New York. I just signed my onto my second year lease, which is definitely a big step and achieved goal of mine. What is New York like? Very wild, I would say, to kind of, lean on that, concrete jungle label. It's very surprising. You don't know what you're going to get day by day, down to the weather, down to the people that you're going to run into, the experience that you'll have. You could run into somebody and then later that night be in a place that you never would have thought that you would be, or it's exciting. What is casting like? Casting is very different, I'd say, than what people think. It's just like anything else. You kind of get used to it, but then it can be humbling at times, because you could go in and they say, okay, well, can you, like, let's say for Fashion Week, some things, could you walk for us? Or they take your digitals, and then maybe that person in front of you, they had try-on clothes, and then they didn't have you try on clothes. So that's kind of where the humbling experience comes from. You have to be okay with rejection is a big thing, but then like I said, it's kind of like anything else. You get used to it. You kind of know what the deal is when you go in, and then timing, of course, of how many people are going to be there when you're there. Is really trying to get that down is fun. I would say what I find interesting about modeling is the misconceptions. It's pretty funny when people, I do modeling for Nike, and oh, you must have so much free gear that they give you, and when you come back from shoots, oh, did you get some gear? Can I have some of this? And it's like, does not work like that. Okay, does not work like that. In some aspects they may throw you some free stuff, but usually when you shoot something, it's not out yet, so they can't give it to you, or there's one of it, it's a sample, and they can't really give it to you. So it's, that's probably one of the most interesting things. Typical model day in 30 seconds would be wake up, get yourself together, try to eat a healthy breakfast. I'll usually try to knock out a couple errands that I have to early, and then later go hit the gym, and then come home, maybe chill. If there's castings, definitely have to hit those before they end, and try to grab a nice dinner. One thing people would be surprised to know about me, that's a tough one. I actually don't think I can answer that, because I kind of put everything out now. Like, I started kind of being myself more. First it would be, how silly that I do get. I can dance in the car, but now with Snapchat and everything, it's like I just film it and put it on there, and it's like now people kind of know what I do. What challenges me in my career now? I would have to say becoming a better me, just overall, not even with my career, because I see that if you can build up around your career and everything, all the aspects of your life, then your career can't help but go up, along. So just becoming a better Shayne, I would say. Ooh, that's an easy one. A few misconceptions about SHAYNE Cureton. People think that I am cocky, arrogant, and self-centered. But I promise you, I'm none of those things. None of them. Just, if you sit down and meet me, I honestly think I'm a genuine person, easy to get along with, not too pushy. Where do I see myself in 5 years? That is a tough one. I've been through so much kind of surprise ups in my life that honestly it's so hard to tell, but I would have to say hopefully being in a movie. That I would say that is a good 5-year goal for me. So look out in your next blockbuster. Where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, SHAYNE.CURETON. It's both the same. Or if you're just roaming around Times Square, or if you need a good workout, Tone House NYC. Get at me if you want to get right. I'd like to thank TopBlackModels for having me. I'd like to thank all my agencies, Chose in Chicago, Click New York, Wilhelmine LA, Elite Miami, PMA Models in Germany. I'd like to thank my parents, my family, all my friends back home in Indiana, all my friends that I've made here in New York, to everybody supporting me. I don't want to come off too arrogant, but the fans that I do have, I really want to thank you guys.